A general MBA or a specialized MBA? How do you choose an MBA program? Which is the one which will really fit or help you achieve your career goals? This is the topic that we'll be discussing today, and will help you select whether you should go in for an general MBA or a specialized MBA, or you should look at a mix of both of these programs in your program selection list. So, welcome everyone. It's such a pleasure to have you here. If you are at the MBA crossroads wondering which path leads to real impact, industry leadership, or the next chapter of your life, this session is designed for you. I am Shruti and I am your MBA Admissions Consultant, and we work with professionals to help them select the MBA programs, put up strong applications, understand their own narratives, and succeed in their career goals. Do I go wide or do I go deep? In other words, should I pursue a general MBA or a specialized one? Today's webinar isn't about which school is better. It's about which curriculum fits your ambition. It's about which journey aligns with your evolving identity and which kind of learning environment helps you thrive. Because here's what we have learned after working with MBA applicants over the last so many years. The right MBA doesn't just change your title, it changes your thinking. So we are going deep and we are also going practical in terms of understanding what the MBA programs are like. What is a general MBA? What is the specialized MBA? Which are the kind of specialized MBA programs that you can consider? And what are the right questions to ask when you are building your school shortlist? So before we choose a school or a specialization or even a geography, we need to understand something more fundamental about MBA programs. Your MBA curriculum isn't a collection of courses, it's a map, it's a compass. It tells you where you'll build your skills, it tells you what kind of problems you'll learn to solve and who you'll be solving them with. And most importantly, who you will become in the process. So let's break this down into four powerful questions that every applicant should ask when they are shortlisting the schools that they want to apply to for MBA admissions. The first question is, what are you learning? Are you gaining a broad foundation in finance, marketing, and strategy and operations? Or are you mastering ESG frameworks, AI implementation, finance, fintech, or healthcare economics? Think of this as the surface of the curriculum, but it's just the beginning. The next question that you need to ask yourself is, how are you learning? You need to understand or deep dive into the curriculum of the program that you want to apply to understand, how you are learning, what are the things that you will be exposed to during the course of the program. Is it through case studies or is it through industry immersions and live projects? You'll get them in general MBAs, but this is where the specialized MBAs actually shine. Or will you be learning through cross-disciplinary simulations? These simulations will help you solve real problems in different aspects or different industries like climate finance, like AI ethics, or let's say the peer provider health models. These can be some problems that you might be solving, through the cross-disciplinary simulations during the MBA programs. The pedagogy does matter. It's not about reading Harvard cases, it's about experiencing decisions in safe environments before you face them in the real world. The third question, which is important over here, is why are you learning all of this? Is it to pivot industries completely? Why do you want to get into an MBA altogether? Is it to move from a mid level contributor position towards a cross functional position? Or is it to stay in your own domain and leap ahead as a thought leader, or let's say a strategy head within your organization or within the same sector that you are from? This question of your why is what separates someone who's chasing a rank from someone who's chasing relevance. When you're chasing relevance, you need to understand why you are pursuing a program. The fourth question, which is important over here, is with whom are you learning? Are you in a diverse class of explorers, like in a general MBA program? There will be a huge diversity that these programs provide you in the class environment. There will be different perspectives in the class, people from HR, supply chain, engineering, law, finance, operations. You can just name a function and it will be there in your class. Or are you surrounded by specialists around you, let's say finance, or ESG analysts, or AI product managers, or surgeons who are turning into health tech entrepreneurs? What is the environment that you want to learn in is also going to be an important question for you to ask to decide whether you should go in for a general MBA or whether you should go in for a specialized MBA. So as we continue through this webinar, I want you to keep coming back to these four compass points. What am I learning? How am I learning? Why am I learning? And who am I learning with? All of these answers will not only clarify your choice, they'll also clarify your career direction. Let's begin with the more popular and sometimes misunderstood path, the general MBA. This is the traditional flagship MBA program that everybody speaks about, everybody knows about. This can be the 2-year MBA program, or it can also be the 1-year MBA program offered by ISB, INSEAD, Wharton, IMA, and hundreds of others worldwide. The general MBA works very well for the right kind of candidate. So what exactly defines a general MBA? First of all, you need to understand that either the 2 year MBA or the 1 year MBA program, both of these can be general MBA programs. It's not that if it is a 1 year MBA, it will be a specialized MBA. So what does the program look like? If it is a 2 year MBA program, in year one, you will be going through the foundations or the core modules. In year two, most likely you'll be coming to the electives, and you will have the option of deep diving into certain aspects or functions of the management subject areas. However, if it is a 1 year MBA course, then maybe it will be 50% of your duration of the course will be dedicated to the core curriculum, and the next half of the course will be dedicated to the electives. Throughout the particular whether it is a 1 year or a 2 year MBA program, the general MBAs will focus on both giving you the core, helping you build the foundation, read the balance sheets, understand organizational behavior, understand marketing, understand supply chain operations, and put them all of these together in terms of strategic decision making, in terms of decision making, in terms of ambiguity. So this is what the core of the MBA programs train you about in terms of the general MBA programs. And the second half or the electives will give you an opportunity to deep dive into certain areas where you feel you want to enhance your knowledge. It could be finance, it could be marketing, it could be brand positioning, it could be operations or supply chain or technology. So this is what typically the general MBA looks like. And who is this best for? This is best for someone who is planning a career switch. So if you're moving from engineering to consulting or finance to product, then probably a general MBA will be better for you. Someone who has leadership potential but not a fixed career destination. You're not very fixated that I want to specialize in finance, or I want to let's say go towards a career in ESG alone or sustainability alone. But you need to become a manager. You will become a leader in your organization, but you will be, let's say, knowledgeable about all the specific functions of the management areas. And someone who wants options. So if you're someone who wants options, because clarity comes through exploration. If you want to explore different options before you get to a certain specialization, or maybe not want a specialization at all, then the general MBA is like the ideal choice for you. How do you learn in the general MBA programs? You will learn through case-based learnings. You will have discussions on real world scenarios in class. You will defend your analysis and learn from how others think. You will do group projects with diverse teams, from, let's say, being a naval officer to software product manager or being an NGO leader. Your teammates can come from different walks of life. And you'll also lead simulations, you'll solve ambiguous problems, and most importantly, you'll learn to make decisions with incomplete data. This learning experience is going to be immersive, but not very industry specific. Make sure that you are able to differentiate between function and industry. The general MBAs will not be industry specific. They will help you understand all the business functions. So a general MBA helps you build breadth in terms of giving you tools, exposure, confidence, and access to opportunities across industries. It's the right choice for you if you value career mobility and want to explore or plan to lead across different functions. So far, we've looked at the general MBA. This is your go-to choice if you're still exploring or you want cross-industry agility. But what if you already know where you're headed? What if you've spent years in tech, healthcare, or sustainability, and you're no longer asking, what do I want to do? But instead, how do I become a leader in my domain? That's when the specialized MBA enters the picture. What's a specialized MBA? A specialized MBA is not just a regular MBA with a few electives tracked on. So it is a purpose-built MBA, which is for one industry or one function. It is structured to teach domain-specific tools and frameworks, and you will have faculty who are researchers and practitioners in the same space or in that sector. It is supported by recruiting relationships focused on that sector and designed to immerse you, not just expose you to different things. So from day one, you'll be deep diving and accelerating your knowledge as well as growth in that particular area of specialization that you have chosen. How is it different from the general MBA with a specialization track? You'll also hear about general MBAs, offering different specializations. Those are very different from a specialized MBA. Why? Let's see. In a general MBA, you can choose where you want to specialize. This will be dependent on the electives that you choose in the second part of your MBA program. It could be healthcare, it could be finance, it could be industry or function that you could specialize in. In the specialized MBA programs, your classmates are all focused on that particular domain. The environment is very different from the general MBA program. People are very clear that they want to deep dive and they want to master a certain particular function or a industry, and everybody around will be in the same boat. The capstones, life projects, internships, or are all industry targeted. They are all focused on that particular specialization that you have opted for. Recruiters already know what to expect from your cohort. They are already looking for masters of that trade, and there's no dilution. You dive straight into the deep end from day one. So if you're very clear that product management is the thing that you want to do and you want to lead in the future, you don't want to explore other options, then you can actually go in for a tech MBA itself. A specialized MBA will be a good route for you to achieve your career goals. Who is the specialized MBA for? It is for someone with 3 to 7 years of experience in a single domain, looking to move into leadership roles. It is for someone who has clarity on their industry and their impact goals. And a specialized MBA is for someone who wants to be seen as an expert, not just as a manager. So there have been applicants in healthcare consulting, sustainability research, product development, public policy. So rather than competing in the general pool for the general MBAs, they would choose to go towards a specialized MBA, which will help them deep dive and master a certain industry. What is the real world ROI for the specialized MBA? The specialized MBA grads will often return to their own industry. They will return in higher value roles. Their learning curve is steeper, but the payback is faster. And they also build deeper professional networks within their own sector. But remember, none of these, the specialized MBA or the general MBA, it's not better or worse. It's not about, where they are ranked. It's about alignment to your career goals. It's about alignment to your ambitions, what you have post MBA. That is how you choose whether you want to go towards a general MBA or a specialized MBA. But you need to understand the difference as well. So just to give an example, a general MBA could be seen as a telescope. It offers a broad view of the horizon. And a specialized MBA is like a microscope. It helps you sharpen your focus on one industry, one problem, one mission, so that you are able to gain expertise in that. In the next few slides, we'll also be going further into tech MBAs, healthcare MBAs, and sustainability MBAs, and see how the curriculum is very specific to some outcomes that you can look at from these programs. So if there's one specialization that has exploded in the last 5 years, it's the technology and the AI specialization. Tech MBAs have really come up big time, and you'll see so many options to pursue a tech MBA today. If you're someone who's very clear that you want to grow within the tech sector, there's no harm in looking at these options closely and understanding whether they will add value to and help you achieve your career goals. We are living in a world where business strategy is increasingly tech enabled. People who are actually working in strategy consulting roles are also looking at digital transformation, because business strategy and tech are intertwined now. Product managers and AI strategists are defining the value creation. And companies are no longer asking, do you understand tech? They are actually asking you whether you can lead change through tech, whether you can use the technology and help the businesses change and add value through that. In terms of the tech MBAs, there are many transformative programs that you can find online. You'll have those in India as well as internationally. While we don't have a complete list of those for today's discussion, because we are not deciding as to what program you should look into, but these are two examples that you can look at. So two standout examples: one is the NYU Stern Tech MBA, and second is the Kellogg McCormick MBAi. So let's look at what makes the NYU Stern Tech MBA unique. It's a 1 year STEM designated MBA. The curriculum is split into business core and tech core. You will have courses like DevOps and software engineering, data infrastructure, APIs, business analytics, and tech product management. And more importantly, there's a Stern Solutions Projects option where you work directly with the NYC-based tech firms or startups and solve real problems. So you'll be thinking about product market fit, go-to-market strategy, platform scaling throughout this particular project work. The second program that we have today in terms of the tech MBA is the Kellogg McCormick MBAi. This is a joint MBA from Kellogg and the McCormick School of Engineering at Northwestern. And you will have core courses like machine learning for business, fintech and AI commercialization, product strategy for AI-driven organizations. So you can, see that the program or the curriculum is designed across the use cases or the problems that need to be addressed within that industry or that sector. So there, you will also have access to a joint capstone project where the MBAi students will work with AI engineers, data scientists, and real world clients and help them solve their AI related business challenges. You're not just studying or getting literacy in AI, you're actually building, presenting, and defending AI products and strategies with the people who are actually coding them. So these programs are built for mid-level tech professionals who want to transition into product leadership, engineers looking to add a layer of business strategy to their skill set, or consultants or analysts who are aiming to lead digital transformation. They want to specialize in digital transformation or AI strategy. Then this is the program for you. The kind of roles or the ideal roles that you should be looking at post these programs would be something like a product manager, product ops, tech strategy, AI PM, Data Product Manager, Strategy Lead. These are programs which will take you towards these roles and gear you up for these roles. So next we have the healthcare MBAs, and we look into what these programs are like and what expectations you should have from the healthcare MBA curriculums. So the healthcare is no longer just about hospitals and pharmaceuticals. It's about digital health ecosystems. It's about healthcare analytics, insurance innovation. You have global health systems which are evolving and changing day on day, and most importantly, equitable access and scale. Healthcare is a lot. There are so many problems being solved in healthcare around equitable access and scale. So the healthcare MBA is for professionals who want to not only operate in that particular system but also to reshape it. So there are two distinctive programs that we are discussing today out of the different healthcare MBA options that are available. You will have MBA options in India as well as globally, and make sure that you're considering all the programs for their pros and cons. So the Wharton MBA has a healthcare, the HCM program, which is the not a specialization, but it's a dedicated major with a rich legacy. It has core MBA foundation with a specialized HCM courses from day one. It has electives like health economics, payer provider models, biopharma commercializations, healthcare venture capital. And it also offers the healthcare field application project. So this is where the students, they work in live teams with hospital in systems, the insurers or the medtech firms on innovation and redesign in healthcare. So you can see that this program is very specialized for a certain use case, for a certain career goal that you have, that is to achieve or deep dive in terms of or mastery in terms of the healthcare domain itself. And because it's integrated with the pen medicine, nursing, and public policy, you also get cross disciplinary access through this program. This is perfect for physicians who want to pivot towards healthcare strategy, consultants entering digital health or pharma, and PMs, which are PMs who are entering VCs, healthcare VCs or startups. The second program that you can consider is also the Frankfurt School, the IHM program, which is the International Healthcare Management MBA that Frankfurt offers. This program is part time, it's modular, and it's global. It makes it ideal for professionals who are working in the government health systems, international NGOs, health tech startups, as well as pharma and medtech firms. In this particular curriculum, you will see subjects like global health systems, digital health innovation, ethics, regulation, public private partnerships, etc. Plus, this program is also unique in terms of the international locations that you are exposed to. Singapore, Riyadh, Baltimore, actually, each of these modules will expose you to the healthcare policy and innovation in each of these regions. So, the point that I want to bring across is that each of the specialized MBAs is catering to professionals who want to solve a certain problem and across a certain geography. So when you are choosing your program, go deep dive into the curriculum, go deep dive into how the program is delivered, what you are learning, the 4 questions that I spoke about a few minutes back. Those questions will help you choose the best program, because once you choose the right program for yourself, you'll get the career outcomes faster, quicker, and you'll also be able to pivot into your target career goals. So who chooses the healthcare MBAs? The healthcare consultant who may be looking to deepen their domain credibility, doctors or public health specialists who want to lead at the policy or the strategy level, engineers from medtech or the HCIT backgrounds who want to build systems, not just products. So this is a likely audience for the healthcare MBAs. However, if you have a very specific idea of what is it that you're looking for to change or to do and how you want to create an impact in the healthcare space, there are a lot of programs that you can choose from. Next, let's talk about the fastest growing, the most spoken about specialization today, the specializations in business education, sustainability, and ESG. This is rising big time. Because why is this rising? Let's talk about one of the fastest growing, most impactful specializations in business education, sustainability and ESG. Why is this rising? Because the world's biggest challenges, climate risk, resource scarcity, inequality, cannot be solved without businesses at the table. So employers know this, and today top recruiters are looking for ESG analysts, sustainability officers, impact consultants, green finance strategists, and climate tech innovators. This is where the sustainability enters the picture. Let's look at two top tier Indian programs in this space. The first is the IIM Lucknow PGP-SM program, which is a postgraduate program in sustainable management. This is one of the programs which will expose you to curriculum like life cycle thinking, circular economy, sustainable finance, ESG risk modeling, climate innovation, renewable policy, environmental law, impact metrics. You will also have a deep dive of a 9 months integrated industry project where you will work with organizations like the World Bank or the Tata Sustainability Group. And you're not just studying sustainability, you're actually building multi-stakeholder. So this is ideal for CSR professionals, policy consultants, engineers in clean tech or energy, and consultants seeking to specialize in ESG. Let's look at the second program, which is the MBA in Sustainability Management. Now, this program is unique because there's a strong alignment with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. It has courses on sustainable supply chains, energy transition, SDG integration in corporate strategy. This program is offered in Mumbai and it offers you proximity to firms which are doing real ESG work in finance, energy, and infrastructure. This is ideal for professionals in the public sector, green finance, and operations, and mid career professionals who are looking for transitioning into ESG roles. Every boardroom is now discussing carbon pricing. Every investor wants ESG disclosures. Every global company has a net zero roadmap. So they need leaders who can speak business and also think about impact. That is why the specialized MBA programs for sustainability might be an important choice for you if you are aiming for a career in this particular street. By now, you've seen the general MBAs, you've seen the specialized MBAs, you've seen how they design differ in their design, purpose, and outcomes. They typically, this particular slide, we have compared the structure of the specialized MBA programs that we have discussed, the tech, AI, healthcare, and sustainability side by side using elements like domain, duration, format, features, and ideal fit. Again, this don't limit yourself to this particular list because the list is huge. Just use it as a dashboard to ask the right questions, and you can just replicate this particular dashboard to benchmark the programs that you have selected. So go ahead and use this as a model for building your own sheet of what goals you are looking at and what programs will help you get there. It's not about ranking programs. It's about understanding where you resonate. You need to understand what excites you. You need to be able to spell out which problems do you want to solve and how do you want to solve them, who do you want to solve them with. This will help you decide what programs will be the best fit for you. What you learn in an MBA should do much more than just boost your resume. It should really prepare you to solve the exact problems the world is facing. That is how when you enter the workforce, you will be able to create an impact through your work and grow up the ladder. No brand name will actually sustain you for a very long time unless your work really speaks up to it. That is why you need to choose the right programs and you need to plan 5 to 10 years ahead of now to decide what particular career path really resonates with what you want to do, what is the problem that you want to solve. And then each program will give you the tools and the frameworks that you will be able to use to solve those particular problems. So you can see that the general MBA, tech MBA, healthcare MBA, and sustainability MBA, each of these has a different takeaway for you. So the deep dives that you will be getting in each of these MBA programs will be different, very different, and you need to decide as to which will help you achieve your career goals and then thrive in that particular industry. Let's talk about what really matters when choosing an MBA track. It's about where this path is actually going to take you. We're not here to just collect degrees. We are here to grow into those roles that align with our values, ambitions, and capabilities. Every MBA, whether it is generalized or specialized, opens doors to opportunities, but the kind of doors, the kind of opportunities, the kind of outcomes, they are different. These are some examples of the career tracks that you can look at post a general MBA and some career tracks that you can consider post a specialized MBA. So if you're looking at becoming a strategy consultant or a corporate strategy manager, you're going to go into leadership development program roles or get into general management roles or become an entrepreneur, then the general MBA is probably the right program for you. But if you are planning to get into product management, become a digital transformation lead, a technical program manager, or an AI product strategist, you can consider the tech MBA options as well. Similarly, if you're looking at pharma strategy management, health tech consulting, hospital operations head, or healthcare venture associate, or innovation lead, if these are the kind of roles that really excite you, then maybe the healthcare MBA will have more takeaways for you and a stronger toolkit for you to achieve your goals. Next, if you want to look at ESG analyst roles or maybe go towards mastering the ESG domain or climate risk consulting, sustainability program manager, or impact measurement, then in that case, the sustainability MBA will equip you with the right toolkit to be able to lead in these particular roles. So what you should ask yourself is, will this program position me to grow in the domain that I care about? Will it signal to recruiters that I've got industry fluency as well as credibility? And will I graduate ready to lead change, not just manage tasks? This is where these questions are going to be very important for you to decide which particular MBA program will be the right fit for you. The MBA doesn't only change your skill set, it changes the kind of problems people trust you to solve. You are signaling to the world that, okay, this is what I'm coming in with, and this is what you can look at or expect from me as a professional, the kind of roles that you are invited into. So go backwards, don't go from the program, then start looking at roles. Go 5 years, 10 years ahead, see what are the problems that really matter to you, and then go backwards and see that what is the program that gets you there. Now let's look behind the scenes. We've talked about curriculum, we've talked about outcomes, but how does all of this learning actually happen? How do these programs shape you from a smart professional to into a strategic leader? The answers lies in the learning methods. What are they training you for and how are they training you? At the MBA level, content itself is not enough. The transformation comes from the experience. That is why people, look at the curriculum very closely and the learning tools which are employed by each of the programs. The first that you must have already heard about will be the case-based learning. Almost all the MBA formats, especially the general MBA programs, will have the case-based learning. These will be Harvard-style discussions of real business scenarios where you analyze, debate, and discuss with your peers as you do, or what are the best decisions to take for that particular business problem. Then comes the peer learning and the group projects. Again, this is across the general MBA as well as specialized MBAs. But what is different is the group or the peer group that you are working with. It can be a diverse peer group in the general MBA programs, and it will be a very specialized group of experts in the specialized MBA program. So this is where the difference lies. Next comes simulations and role plays. Now, again, these are common across the general and the specialized MBA programs, but the nature of the role play and the nature of the simulations will change according to the program that you're choosing. So, if you're going to deep dive into a certain function or an industry, then the simulation will also, be catered to deep dive into a certain problem that industry is facing. If you're going into a specialized MBA, while in the general MBA programs, you will come across problems from different walks of life. Next are the industry immersions. This is an important tool for the general MBAs as well as specialized MBAs, however, more powerful in specialized MBAs. Healthcare MBAs will probably have you shadow doctors in hospitals. Sustainability MBAs will have you visiting the renewable energy sites, or tech MBAs will have you working inside the product sprints real time to be able to gain those deep dive insights of that industry that you're seeking to specialize in. The next is the live or the applied project. So again, application teaches you so many things that you cannot learn in theories. You have signature experiences like Stern Solutions in the NYU Tech MBA. You have the healthcare field project in the Wharton HCM. You have the 9-month industry projects, let's say in the IIM Lucknow, the PGP-SM program. So these live applied projects and the duration that you're exposed to them and the problems that you're working on will also help you build further deep dive into that specialization that you care about. We are done with the things that I had to discuss with you today. The point that I wanted to bring home was that look into the curriculum when you're choosing your MBA specializations or when you're choosing the MBA programs. Consider the general MBAs as well as the specialized MBAs. Go 5 to 10 years ahead, ask the right questions, look at the versatility of the programs, look at the specializations or the mastery that you get through the specialized MBA programs, and see what really works for you in terms of achieving your career goals long term, not only short term. Just the job shift or the career transition or the pivoting is not the only thing that you'll have to worry about. You have to grow and thrive and then build your career. It's a huge investment. You will be spending anywhere from 30 lakhs to 1.5 CR on any of these programs. So make sure that the investment is worth it and you have taken a well-informed decision when you have chosen the programs. In case you have any questions, you know that you can always get in touch with us. You can visit our website, schedule a call with us, discuss your career journeys, and we can help you with this program selection as well as the application and the interview process so that you achieve your career goals. All the best, guys. And in case you have found this content useful, please do like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel for more updates around topics which are relevant today, the questions that you need to ask about an MBA today. Things are changing very quickly in terms of the MBA landscape, and we'll be bringing you more updates or more aspects that you need to know about when you are choosing the right MBA program for you. In case you have any questions or any other suggestions of problems that need to be solved or questions